everyone, welcome back to Saturday Inspirations Post for Love's Rubber Stamps, and today we are going to make this easy and fun tea bag book. This tea bag book measures 3 inches by 6 inches, and it's perfect for the chilly nights to give away to your friends and family when it's getting really chilly and all you want is just to have a cup of tea and maybe have a conversation with them. And this slides up like this. It has a belly band to close it, so this is the belly band, and then when you open it up you have places for tea bags on the inside. So these are pockets, and I put 3 tea bags on these pockets and I just stagger them that way. But you can also do a few other pockets here, or you can do just on a straight line on the center. However you like it, you can do it all. So let's get making. Before we go into making the tea bag book, I also want to show you how I created this texture here. It's a fuzzy furry texture. It's like a fur texture that you can create using flocking powder. And flocking powder is really versatile, and it's really fun to use, and it's really easy. So it works like glitter, but only slightly different texture, and I'm going to show you how to adhere it to your image. To create a fuzzy furry look to your stamped and colored images, I use flocking powder, and in this case I am using the Stampinda's Fuzzy Fun Flock powder in Cotton Ball White. And I would suggest you, before doing any flocking, to line up, or just to get a small piece of paper to catch all the excess flocking powder. Okay, and then what you need is really good adhesive. For this I would use Glossy Accent, and this is really easy technique. What you do, you just put on adhesive on the part where you want your image to be flocked, to be adhered with flocking powder, and then you put the powder on top of it just like you would with glitter powder. Okay, so now I'm gonna put glossy accents, and really don't skimp on the glue, whatever glue you're using, but I would recommend a liquid glue, strong one preferably. Just go over the edges and the inside as well. Make sure they are even, and once again, just don't skip on the adhesive here. Okay, now after that you just pour over the flocking powder on top of that adhesive. Okay, just like you would with glitter. Don't worry if it seems a little too much, because you would need it. And then you're going to press it down, compact it all, and then just really press it down. Now, when you do glitter, what you usually do is you just shake off the excess before it dries out. But in this case, what you would need to do is to let it dry first, or at least half dried, and then you shake off the excess. That way you would get more flocking powder onto your image, rather than shaking it off now, because the glue is still wet, and once it's dry, it would set the flocking powder onto the image, so it adheres more and better. So I'm going to leave it to dry, and then we're going to shake off the excess. Okay, I've let it dry for about 10 minutes now. Now you can just shake off the excess, okay? And as you can see, when you shake off the excess, a lot of the flocking powder will come out. But since we've pressed it down, we've compacted earlier, you can see that there's a lot of powder there stuck on the image. So once again, don't skip on the adhesive and make sure you pat it down really good. So you can see it's flurry, it's really nice. It looks and feels like real fur. Okay, so she's holding a fur there. Okay, so to make the Teabag book, what you need is a cardstock. For the base, you need a 10 by 6 inch of cardstock. And then for the belly band, you would need a 8 1/4 by 2 inch of cardstock. And you need 3 pieces of cardstock at 3 7/8 by 2 inch. And these are for the pockets. Okay, so let's get started. For the base, what you need is to score it at 3 inches, 3 1/2, 6 1/2, and at 7 inches. And you're just gonna fold on all those score lines. Okay. So essentially, this is your base. Really burnish it well so that, you know, it won't be opened like that. So you just need to really burnish it. Okay. Now for the belly band, what you need is to score it at 3 1/8. Okay. 3 5/8. 6 3/4, and at 7 1/4. The same thing here, you need to fold on all the score lines. Really burnish it well. Okay, and this will be your belly band to slide your Teabag book. Now for the pockets, what you need is to score 1/2 inch on 3 sides. Okay, so 1/2 inch, half an inch, and 1/2 inch. And once you've done that, you're going to cut and taper these sides, and I'm going to do that right now. So you're going to fold it first, fold it on all the scored lines, and what you're going to do is you're going to cut this side and also on the other end, and remove this bit here by tapering it. Okay. This would make for easy folding and adhering. Once again, you just taper a little bit on the ends there. That's it. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to adhere it. Now the way to adhere it, you need to fold this up first, and you're going to put adhesive only on this side, and then you're going to adhere these like this. So when the Teabag is put inside, it won't be stuck, because if you do it this way, it'll be harder to put the tea bags in. Okay, so this way it's much better. Now, what you're gonna do, you're just gonna decorate it, and then we're gonna assemble it. Okay. Okay, so I've decorated and prepared every part of the tea bag book. I've decorated the base, and this is how it looks like finished. Decorated. And then I've also decorated the belly band. Okay, just the front and the back. And this would be the flap, or the closing, and then the front and also the image. And I've also gone and decorated the pockets. Now we're gonna assemble the pockets first. Now to do this is really just depending on your preference. Like I said, the pockets will go right here on the center of the tea bag, and this is how it looks like when it's tapered, and then I put adhesive on it. And the positioning is just the way you want it to be. So I've got 3 tea bags here, and you can position it like one on top like this, and then you have one on the bottom like this, and then probably one in the center like this. So you just kind of play with it, try to see where you want to position it, and then you just adhere it. Okay, so let's do that right now. That's the way I want it to look like. So I'm just gonna put this about probably here. Okay, this one is here, and another one is just right down there. I'm gonna start the one down here first, and I'm gonna stagger it back up. Okay, so I've tapered these. So like I said, you take off the adhesive here on the bottom side, and then you would adhere these flaps down, 2 of them. Okay, and then you open up the other adhesive. I'm using tape because it's easier for pockets like these. So I'm just gonna adhere it just on the bottom side right here. Okay, and that's gonna fit your tea really good there, snug like that. Okay, these 2 pockets, it's the same thing as well. Oops. So again, to that side, and then you adhere the sides. And then you put it onto the tea bag here. I'm just going to position it slightly above the right one. It's right there. Again, this fits really well. Same goes on the left side. So up, and then you put that, adhere that, sides, and then you pull off the other adhesive end. Oops, sorry, it's really sticky. Okay. I'm gonna position it right up here. Okay. Right. Okay, so that's going to be flush like that. This one as well. And we're gonna have this on the bottom like that. So it's really, really fun and cute. And when you close it, it goes like this. Now, we also have a belly band here, and I'm gonna show you how to assemble the belly band. I didn't taper these, I want to do it on screen. So it's really easy to do it, and it makes folding it a lot more easier as well. So just taking the ends off a little bit diagonally like that, you taper it. Okay. Once you've tapered that, you just take off the adhesive here, the tape, and then position it so that the end of this side is flushed. Okay. There you go. Oh, shoot. Hang on. I had to do it really close so I can see. Once it's flushed, you can put the booklet, slide it onto the belly band. And it slides quite easily because I gave it a 1/8 inch of allowance to the front and the back, so it's very snug, but you know, it's not too tight, it's just perfect. So there you go, you have the tea bag assembled, and then you put on the belly band as well. I'm just gonna put the decoration for the front. I got a die cut shape here from Spellbinders, and then I also have this little oval embossed with these really nice snowflakes, and I'm just gonna eyeball it to the center, probably about right here. Yep. Okay, and then I'm gonna put her on top right here. So I'm gonna take some more tape. And then I'm going to adhere her right there. And that's it. Your tea bag is done.